Welcome back to Kramer's Millionaire Maker. Here again is Hillary Kramer.
And welcome back. We are taking listener questions. We have lots of them. James, hit it.
All right. So we left off. I'm going to read you this question from Richard in Nevada. It says, my real estate agent says that we had better buy now or it will be too late to get a cheap mortgage. Why would mortgages be rising if the Fed is so committed to keeping rates low? But all we care about is knowing if mortgage rates are really going to rise.
Here we go. I just have to do some boring economics 101 to answer it first. The part about why are mortgage rates rising, and they're going to continue to rise, by the way. We have all this money sloshing around. $7 trillion has been sent out there in the last 12 months during the coronavirus. It was needed. It was executed as well as it possibly could be. But a lot of money got in the hands of people who didn't really need the money. So they bid things up. And then you had people that wanted to get out of the city. And they were, and the deurbanization, basically, the reason mortgage rates are going up is that we have inflation because we have too much money out there. So yes, mortgage rates are going up, but that doesn't answer her question. Her question is, should she be buying or not? What's the answer there? Well, let's look at some of the figures. Okay, so what's going on with the mortgage rates this week, James?
Okay, well, as far as the mortgage rates, they edge closer to 3% this week.
Okay. So they're going up. They're still historically low,
right?
And
right.
inventory has dropped, but inventory has dropped because so many people have bought. Right?
Yeah, they said at the end of January, the number of homes for sale dropped by 25.7 year over year. That's a record decline.
Wow. I mean, take New Jersey. New Yorkers all moving down to New Jersey. Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island, Manhattan.
As just I'm a renter.
Bronx.
Right, I'm a renter. I don't buy. But when I was looking for an apartment, all the prices skyrocketed, and I found it during the pandemic. But all the prices went through the roof. I mean, I pay all right, but my apartment's not big, and it would be 100% cheaper pre or hopefully post pandemic.
Well, luckily you're from New Jersey and you're still in New Jersey, so you don't have to be called a Benny. That's what they call us.
Oh.
That they call us. They call us Bennies.
I have never heard that term before.
I hope it's not derogatory. I hope it's just like a funny expression.
I'm sure
I shouldn't really be talking about it until I know better. And plus also, but then again, you could be, you're wearing a Minnesota Vikings hat.
I am.
Okay, Minnesota Vikings.
Because my dad's a fan. Watched it as a kid. That's the team he saw, the Purple People Eaters. He was hooked that day. That was it. And then he cursed my family with it. My mom, my brother, and myself.
Right, those Miami Dolphins. Those were the days of...
Who were Bob Greasy, the quarterback? Larry Zonka, running back? Or are you talking about the Vikings team? Because the Miami team...
No, I'm talking about Joe Namath. He was a Jet.
Joe Namath was a Jet.
He was a Jet.
And he was a little... I mean, he was there at the time, but he was failing out, and then he became a Ram and disappeared, as he should have.
Okay, we have a signed picture of him from a Sports Illustrated photographer.
That's awesome.
And he's wearing a fur coat on the
big
side,
coat.
On the
yeah, that's an iconic photo.
Okay, so let's go back to this. The answer is, if you want to buy, you need to buy. Go and buy that house. Always even try to buy a house bigger than what you want. That's the one place. Don't try to be modest. My motto has always been, buy the biggest house you can find. If you think you can only afford $400,000, find a way to get a house that's $475,000 that has, significant, that doubles the amount of house that you get. Because there is that relationship. There's that sweet spot, at least in the Northeast. Anything that was $250,000 to $350,000 is now $350,000 to $600,000. But if you can go to $625,000, you get a McMansion. A beautiful McMansion that has McPlants.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so my answer, go ahead and buy. But do know that if you're looking to sell because you're sitting on a house and you're downsizing and you're a baby boomer and you're looking forward to going to a nice condo community in Florida and you want some of that equity out of your house, get that house sold. Sell it. Don't sit on it. Don't wait for better times. Doesn't get much better than this. Okay.
Speaking of better times, let's talk post-pandemic stocks. Okay, there's the cruise companies, airlines, movie theaters, sort of like cruise companies like Carnival or Royal Caribbean. I don't know how they're going to do anything with people on a boat. They probably won't have the pools open, right? That's like half the reason you get on that thing. People want to mingle. That's what a cruise is for.
Okay, so you're really talking about all these post-pandemic stock questions we get. Everyone wants to know, what do I buy? What do I buy? What do I buy? Because at least everyone's been listening to me, the Millionaire Maker, and realizes Apple may go from $2 trillion to $3 trillion. You can argue that, but there are some of these stocks that are like at bargain basement level prices that, could be triples. And it seems to be much more realistic to think that could happen because they have much smaller market caps, floats. So I don't know, Carnival, Royal Caribbean, are you even going to go on them if you have to be 6 feet away from everyone? You can't sit in the hot tub and chit chat, just the protocol. And also, I love buffets. I'm like a buffet princess. I mean, if there's a buffet, I'm there. Okay?
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
How are they going to do the buffet? I just don't see it happening. But that being said, the airlines, they're going to have it tough. I probably see a merger coming. I would imagine American and United would have to merge. You have Delta, American, United, and then you have those other players, Spirit and Southwest and all of those. But, if you're really going to buy a post-pandemic stock, it's the unusual suspects. That's really what it is. And those post-pandemic stocks, they're companies that have to do with the fact that the economy has totally changed. So that's where electric vehicles come in. That's where the competition to Tesla, buy NIO, N-I-O, buy Blink, charging stations, battery storage, because the pandemic itself has created a different world where it costs $77 to fill up your gas tank, and we have blue in the White House. So, as far as I'm concerned, these seem obvious. The hotels, for example, Live Nation, and I love them all. And it breaks my heart that so many people are going to lose their jobs. But if you want to make money, you got to dig deeper. Just don't grab at these. I mean, do you agree with that? Is there something that you would buy? Like would you buy Six Flags, for example?
I was going to bring that up. What an interesting stock. We have just about a minute left, but what an interesting stock. Like, no one go to Six Flags. But that, as soon as it's available.
No, Six Flags is opening up.
Six Flags is opening up now. I didn't know that. So it's opening up right now.
Yeah, it's opening up now. But how are they going to operate? They have fixed costs. So when they run that very famous roller coaster in New Jackson, New Jersey, at Six Flags Great Adventure.
I honestly,
if you have half the people on, it still costs the same amount of money.
Right, but I think maybe are you saying post-pandemic? Like, I think once they say it's okay, everyone's got their shot.
Oh, you mean when we all can huddle together?
I think
and kiss
that's
each other.
such an interesting. I'm saying you can get. I don't know how early you can get in on these. That's why I'm saying with Royal Caribbean, how early can you get in on them? That's the point.
Right. And also, we don't know what's going to happen with the pandemic. Don't ever make any assumptions. That's the rule. Do not assume anything at all. Do we have any more time?
We're out of time now.
Oh, no, because we have so many great questions. You told me we were going to talk about Palantir, the secretive stock.
What if we save that down the road?
Okay. But it's a great buy, PLTR. It's like the investigative stock. It's like the contractor for the CIA. Okay. This is Hillary Kramer, the Millionaire Maker, and you got to stay with us next week to find out a Palantir and more electric vehicle stocks. And we will be